Welcome to Skedlive. It's Thursday, January 29th. I'm Erin Pfaff, and here are today's top stories. Toronto Mayor John Tory's decision to raise TTC fares has drawn criticism from some, including the TTC board. Skedlive's Adith Matthew took to the streets to find out how Humber students feel about the increase. Check out what they had to say on skedline.com. Every year, American companies spend millions making lavish Super Bowl ads. The Canadian Radio, Television and Telecommunications Commission replaces those ads with Canadian ones on channels north of the border, but no more. In early 2017, the CRTC will prevent Canadian channels from showing lower-budget local ads in place of American ones. The new law will stop Canadian fans from feeling left out and will only apply during the Super Bowl. In international news, the devastation in Nigeria continues in the state of Adamawa as Boko Haram kidnaps and kills more people. The latest attack took place yesterday in multiple towns in the northeast. Amnesty International says the Nigerian military knew the attacks were coming and did nothing. Emergency management officials say survivors are hiding in nearby mountains, making them harder to rescue. Other survivors have fled to nearby Cameroon. NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden's leaks in 2012 have exposed Canada's internet surveillance programs. The program, called Levitation, is a dragnet that discloses all Canadian downloads to the communications security establishment who say they use the information to prevent extremism. Remember, Snowden's leaks leaked thousands of documents, so while this information has technically been available since 2012, journalists are just publishing the details of Canada's programs now. The government of Jordan is demanding proof the Jordanian pilot held hostage by ISIS is still alive before it agrees to trade him for an al-Qaeda prisoner. The al-Qaeda prisoner is on death row in Jordan for her involvement in a hotel attack in 2005 that killed 60 people. ICE is holding the Jordanian pilot and a Japanese journalist, Kenji Goto, hostage, threatening to execute them both as of Wednesday evening. ISIS has not made any new statements since the Wednesday deadline, so the hostages' fates are unclear. The government of Malaysia has officially declared it's calling off the search for flight MH370 that went missing last March. The Malaysian government has called it an accident and says everyone on the flight is presumed dead. The latest announcement is an official statement of what many have suspected for months. For the first time since June, the total Ebola cases per week has dropped to less than 100. The World Health Organization is not taking any breaks, however. It says this dip is a perfect opportunity to keep fighting and end the epidemic. Now with sports news, Sarah Miller.
Thanks, Erin. Today in sports, tennis rivals Serena Williams and Maria Sharapova face off tomorrow in the finals at the Australian Open. Williams defeated a fellow American player, Madison Keys, in straight sets earlier this week, while Sharapova beat Russian player Ekaterina Markova in straight sets.
I'm really excited to be in the final again. I didn't come here with that expectation, so it's really exciting.
You know, playing another Russian, also playing someone that maybe wasn't necessarily the favorite going into the semifinal, I knew that she would come out and just play really well, and I think I was really ready for that, and you know, I stood my ground and just competed well.
I'm here so I won't get fined. That's the line Seahawks running back Marshawn Lynch repeated at the Super Bowl Media Day to avoid further punishment from the NFL. Lynch has racked up over $100,000 in fines from previous offenses, including skipping on scheduled press events. He is also facing more fines for wearing brand apparel not approved by the NFL. Kobe Bryant is officially out for the rest of the NBA season. The news comes after the Lakers guard had surgery to repair his torn rotator cuff in his right shoulder. Kobe reacted to his injury.
I mean, it's a mixture of things. It's a mixture of excitement. It's a mixture of a little nervousness and a little rage. It's a mixture of a lot of things.
Bryant is expected to be out for 9 months. The Toronto Raptors beat the Sacramento Kings 119-102, bringing the Raps their 4th win in a row. Leading the Raptors was guard Lewis Williams with 27 points off the bench. Sacramento rookie Nick Strauss-Kahn made his home debut in Toronto, scoring 8 points in front of his friends and family. The Raptors paid tribute to the Canadian Armed Forces wearing camouflage jerseys. Raptors now head to Brooklyn to face the Nets tomorrow night. The Leafs lost to the Devils 2-1 in New Jersey last night. Leafs forward James Van Riemsdyk scored in the third period to open the scoring. Devils defenseman Adam Larsson tied it up to force overtime. Overtime went to a shootout as Devils forward Jacob Jofferson goal sealed the win. The Leafs faced the Arizona Coyotes at home tonight. One of NHL's greatest goalies is officially bowing out. Martin Brodeur announced his retirement at a news conference in St. Louis today. Brodeur is taking a front office position with the Blues. During his career, the Montreal native has won a lot of trophies, including 3 Stanley Cup rings and 4 Vezina awards. That's all for sports. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Sarah. Here's Sohini Mondal with entertainment news. What's new, Sohini?
Thank you, Erin. Here's your entertainment news. One of the biggest shows in entertainment lasts 12 and a half minutes. Super Bowl halftime show this Sunday will have superstars Katy Perry and Lenny Kravitz hit the stage in Phoenix. Not too sure what their playlist is going to be, but expect their popular hits. Pop sensation Taylor Swift has trademarked phrases from her recent album 1989. Swift now owns phrases like "Party Like It's 1989," "This Sick Beat," and "Nice to Meet You, Where You Been?" What this means is now people will have to pay a licensing fee to use Swift's phrases. The all-female Ghostbusters reboot cast includes bridesmaids Melissa McCarthy and Kristen Wiig. The SNL heavy lineup also includes former and current cast members Leslie Jones and Kate McKinnon. The American female cast will be directed by Paul Feig. He is also the director of the 1984 Ghostbuster movie. On Saturday, the Canadian Art and Fashion Awards will honor the country's best designers and stylists. The award shows will take place at the Fairmont Royal York in downtown Toronto. Good luck to all the nominees. And speaking of award shows, the Juno nominees were announced earlier this week. The artist category includes Bryan Adams, Deadmau5, Leonard Cohen, Sarah McLachlan, and The Weeknd. For single songs include Hold On, We're Going Home by Drake featuring Majid Jordan, Crazy for You by Headley, Hideaway by Kaiza, Rude by Magic, and We're All in This Together by the Sam Roberts Band. Black Sabbath bass guitarist Geezer Butler is charged after a bar fight in a saloon in Death Valley National Park. During the fight in the Corkscrew Bar, a window was broken and a person was hit. Butler is charged with public intoxication, vandalism, and misdemeanor. The Thornbirds author Colleen McCullough has died at 77. McCullough reached worldwide prominence with the 1977 publication of her novel, The Thornbirds. Her book was made into a blockbuster movie in 1983. The author suffered from arthritis and blindness. More than 30 million copies of the Thornbirds novel were sold, and McCullough published 25 novels. That's it for entertainment. Back to the studio.
Thanks for the update, Sohini. I can't wait to see the Junos. Finally, we have Annika Durasova with today's weather.
Thanks. Good day, everyone. As you can see, the weather is beautiful today. Well, only for those who do enjoy the weather or the snow, because we're gonna get a lot of it, about 5 to 10 centimeters by tonight. We start the day with a 0, but we climb down to -10. That's the same way we start Friday, but however, though we started with -10, we're gonna get down to -17 with a wind chill of -20. The positive news, it's gonna be a mix of sun and clouds. For Saturday, we start the day with -4 and we're climbing down to -14. Sunday, we start with -13 and we're dropping all the way down to -18. So though it's chilly, enjoy your weekend because we do have some mix of sun and clouds for Sunday. Monday, it's starting the day with -13 and we're -11 around there, but we're gonna get down to -15 by later on in the evening. So that's the start of your forecast for weekend and for the week. My name is Annika Durasova. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Annika. Glad that snow's gone. This has been your Skedlive broadcast for Thursday, January 29th. I'm Erin Pfaff. Don't forget to check out skedline.com for all our coverage.